Today I'll be showing how I do my cuticle work. My tools I'm using are my Anemone dust collector, scissors, I forget what this bit, 0.23, a removal bit from Erica's ATA, and then of course a sandy band. Removal is complete. I'm going to take a wooden cuticle pusher and just push these back. You want to make sure you have a really firm grip on this, because sometimes, like for instance, my cuticles are really tough, and especially in these two fingers. So if I'm not gentle, I can if I'm not gentle with a firm grip, I can lose control and stab myself. So just a tip for first timers. I'm gonna put some powder and buff that into my skin so I can really see, the dry parts I'm working with. And it also helps if I have any moisture or anything. If you have a client with sweaty hands, it's very helpful for that. And I'm going to attach my brush to my pinky, and we're ready to go. So actually, before I start and my machines get loud, if you are right-handed, you are going to work this way. And if you are left-handed, you will start off the opposite way. So right-handed, I'm right-handed, I'm gonna open up all my pockets on the right side first, and then switch and open up my pockets on the left side. This makes for a flawless application. You can tuck your product back. Your manicure, it doesn't look grown out when you're walking out of the salon. It's nice and tucked. The door is nice and open. And again, brushing out your dust. It's very helpful to have this brush on your pinky, so you can get back in there and you can work fast and efficient. You're not picking up a brush to, wipe it away and put your brush back down. It is a little bit of a learning curve in the beginning, but once you do it, it's just muscle memory. Sometimes I don't even have my brush on anymore, and I try to brush a client, so. But I find that the scissors give a very, very close and clean cut. When you have scissors, you want to point your scissors inward. So you're not cutting like this. You'll take a chunk out, but inward and just small bits. You're not going to use the entire blade. You're using the tip. This one, since it's so crunchy, I do use it the way I just told you not to use it. But it's on myself and I can feel it. On a client though, you wouldn't want to do that. You always want to ask them how they're feeling. Make sure that they're not uncomfortable, even when you're filing. So just using the point of my scissors, I'm going to go all the way around each finger and get a really clean cut. So now everything is nice and clean. I'm gonna go ahead and take my manicure brush, a little bit of rubbing alcohol, and I'm gonna go in there. Sometimes this is very helpful for newbies when you go in with some alcohol and you can see if there's any leftover skin that you could get. But that's pretty good. I do see where I could get in here a little bit more, but honestly I'm gonna hurt myself and it's just not gonna feel good for a few days, so I'm just gonna avoid it. So I'm just gonna lay a little thin base coat. My base. I'm just going to apply a thin layer. And then I'm going to go back in with a bigger dollop of it and kind of work it down. I'm going to use a liner brush to really work it into these small areas, little tight gaps. You want to work it up there, but not touch your skin. so you can have that full coverage.